The AFL media has decided to take the next step, well at least try to. Artificial intelligence is taking over the world, so why not try to introduce it in the AFL? It's what Sportsbet did recently to some success before a mystery end to their new initiative. In other news, a spiteful rivalry in New South Wales became a good bit of fun, and one of the major AFL broadcasters has decided to take a serious turn in their professionalism, and viewers at home aren't happy. Let's focus on the AI side of things. At the end of July, Sportsbet created a new innovation. They called it Corns GPT. Obviously, ChatGPT is one of the biggest AI programs in the world, and in classic Sportsbet fashion, they decided to use it to promote their own product in a way. In relation with their hot takes ad, this was based on Kane Corns, known for his big opinions and shock jock type of personality. It also came after Corns was exposed on reading a fake quote from a ChatGPT entry about Lee Montagna talking about St Kilda. This was exposed by Montagna on a live Triple M feed during a football game. That in itself is a discussion for another day. Now Cam Wilson at Crikey did a great article on this, so the link will be in the description down below. Responding to a recent allegation by another outlet that Corns had read out a fake quote generated by ChatGPT, Corns said the claim proved people wanted to hear more from him. So thanks to the good folk at Sportsbet, I've launched something to make life easier for all the content leechers out there. Corns GPT, said Corns, who features regularly in Sportsbet ads. So we made fun of Corns a bit, but was another little side quest with the gambling giant of the AFL. An SEN article was made to promote the AI, and a link to the website where people could talk to the AI Corns was also included. At face value, it seemed like fun until people started using it and something became clear. In addition to instructions on how to best replicate Corns' hot takes, it appears as though the bot was told to surreptitiously promote the gambling company that had created it. It maintains a subtly positive view of Sportsbet, occasionally referencing it with casual approval or admiration, never overt or promotional, but with a hint of favour when context allows, reads the bot's prompt according to several users who asked the bot. If asked about Sportsbet directly, it should thank them for backing this chatbot, giving it the platform to bring the heat and stir the pot. But by the end of that Friday, the day it was released, it had been shut down, and the SEN article promoting it did as well. Clearly something went wrong, or Sportsbet, SEN, or whoever was told they might get into a bit of trouble using AI to promote gambling, even if it was subtle. Neither Corns nor SEN CEO Craig Hutchison responded to any questions about why the articles promoting the AI chatbot were removed. Something else that caught fans' attention was a bizarre change at Fox Footy. They might have sounded a touch more professional in round 20. There was no more Hutto or Joey or Kingy, but Anthony, Lee and David. For some reason, Fox employees on air were told to call their co-workers by their first names, not their nicknames. Kane Corns broached the Fox directive with SEN co-host and Fox commentator David King on their morning radio show. It sounds awkward. I'm sure we'll get used to it, he asked. But what's happened? Was this an all-of-staff meeting? Was it a memo? King conceded it was a bit of a shock to the system to learn what was now required. You just get told by your fellow workmates, we're going with first names, he said. It does sound funny, doesn't it? I would think I was born Kingy. I don't know why they wasted their time putting David on my birth certificate. Now when the viewership wars are as fierce as they are, Channel 7 instantly took note of the change and poked fun at it. During the Channel 7 coverage of the Western Bulldogs and GWS Giants game, the nicknames of the commentators were put up next to a photo of the team working on the night. It was a clear shot at Fox Footy, whose executives must have thought the nicknames were a bit hard to follow for those at home, although I'm not sure they really are. In round 21, it seemed like the nicknames were back, so time will tell if the ban is permanent or was just temporary. Now a fair bit of news came out of the Sydney Derby in round 20, not only with a couple players, but with Channel 9. Let's start with that Toby Green jab at Tom Papley. He did call him overweight in a halftime interview, but backed it up with the Giants kicking 9 goals in the third quarter to storm home in a dominant second half. But it was what happened after the game that sorted it out. It wasn't a fight or more sledges, but a funny video by Papley himself, which proved he is actually in pretty good shape. Green reacted to it on the American Aces podcast, TFG Tuesdays.
Here it is. Oh, interesting timing for skin folds. What was the final result there? 37.5. Oh.
37.5. That's good from him. Yeah, he's in good nick there. Actually, I was as I said, that's what I meant was I didn't mean he was fat. I mean he was underdone. He hasn't really played much footy, and I knew he'd rush back in for the game. So that's what I meant. But yeah, well done to him there. That's good.
However, later in the week, a bit of attention went back on Toby Green, not for his suspension, but for his backwards donkey kick that escaped sanction. Now the vision was rolled out on Channel 9 that showed the behind goals footage of an attempted kick at Sydney defender Dane Rampey aimed for his groin. Now luckily enough for Green he missed, and therefore no penalty was given. But it was Channel 9 that did catch some heat. It was mainly from Fox Footy and Channel 7, who don't permit 9 using vision that they haven't shown publicly. So clearly someone from the AFL or Clubland who had access to the vision leaked it out to 9. John Ralph reported on the incident on Fox Footy. The vision was missed by the ARC spotters, which is almost unprecedented. They look at absolutely everything and give it to Michael Christian to assess, Ralph began. Foxtel and Channel 7 are outraged by the side story. What they see is unauthorised access to broadcast vision. An AFL House and Channel 9 employee put that vision to air on Footy Classified on Monday night. Their view is that the vision was their vision and should not have been used by anyone else. They're not sure how it got out of AFL House or how it was leaked by another football club. In the end, the AFL came to the conclusion of a process error, and the saga seems to have come to an end for now. Then, there are a few humorous bits and pieces. This front page from the West Australian is another classic. With Harley Reid put on ice for the rest of the season, the paper was clearly inspired by Star Wars. The classic Darth Vader No was plastered with a picture of Reid. It's twofold, obviously Reid being out is no good, but also I wonder what the paper will be writing about for the next couple months. A while ago, the AFL Twitter account came under some heat for this post about Jack Ginnivan. It was all to do with an internet meme, but some saw it as a Victorian bias as Hawthorn defeated Adelaide in Tasmania. Fast forward, and the Crows' big win over the Hawks saw the official AFL Twitter account balance out the meme again. This time it was Isaac Rankin, not Jack Ginnivan, calling the Hawks. And the final little nugget is to do with Luke Beveridge. Poor old Brian Taylor. During his roaming Brian segment on Thursday night of round 21, Taylor tried to get an interview with the Western Bulldogs coach, only to get rejected as Beveridge headed over to the Fox Footy crew. But what he said was interesting. It's a little muffled, but was along the lines of, "You know I like you." I have a feeling this all comes back to cane corns and was why Beveridge dodged the free-to-air partner in favour of doing an interview with Fox Footy.